Hey midlife mamas, after years of being your family's holiday cheer captain, are you already starting to feel exhausted before it even starts? I get it. The pressure to make everything perfect tends to suck the joy right out of the season. That's why in today's video, I'm sharing 10 things I quit after 50, the holiday edition. These are the changes that help me enjoy this season in a whole new way, and I think they'll do the same for you. Your list doesn't have to match my list, but I hope by the end of this video, you'll have some ideas of the things that are no longer serving you, and you give yourself permission to quit them so that you can fully embrace the joy of this holiday season. Everyone loves traditions, especially at Christmas. But sometimes things need to change. I've had two key moments in my life that made me rethink how we do the holidays. The first came when my oldest daughter Taylor was born. I grew up splitting holidays between my divorced parents, and it was exhausting. I wanted a different experience for my girls, so I decided to host Christmas Day and invited all 6 grandparents to come. It was a little awkward at first, but over time they all became close friends, and my daughters got to enjoy the holidays all together. The second opportunity for change came in 2020, the year I turned 50, and we were in the middle of the pandemic. That Christmas, it was just the 5 of us for the first time. It felt strange, but it also gave me the chance to evaluate which traditions were actually meaningful and which ones were just adding stress. That year, I learned that simplifying the holidays can actually make them more fun. Stick around because some of these might surprise you, and I'd love to know what you add to the list. It might seem obvious, but the first thing I quit was insisting that Christmas traditions stay the same. Now, when the girls were little, of course, Santa and Christmas morning were a huge deal. And going to Advent workshop at church where we made the Advent wreath and went through that. But as my girls got older, and now that they're adults, I keep checking in with them and asking them, what is the most important traditions for Christmas for you this season? That way we're really continuing to evolve what our Christmas looks like. Last year was our first year without Lauren. She was at her in-laws for Christmas. So pre-Christmas, we had a family minute to win it game, and it was so much fun. Now I'm going to ask them again if they want to do it this year, but we keep changing so that everyone is enjoying the holiday without feeling like an obligation to stick to an outdated tradition. Now, the second thing I needed to quit was more of a mindset thing. And with my birthday being in December, it was an extra challenge. But I had to quit treating the whole month of December like a free pass to eat whatever I wanted. Of course, there's going to be some special treats and special foods that you don't get but once a year. But when you look at the calendar, it's really just a handful of times throughout the whole month. The rest of the meals, you can stay on track. You can schedule your workouts around the different activities you have planned. And then come January, you're not going to be 5 pounds heavier, trying to get on the new diet craze and whip yourself back into shape. You'll enter January without the regrets. So I highly recommend finding balance for December. Enjoy the treats, but then the rest of the time, stay on track and take good care of yourself. If you don't even know where to start to create habits, comment habits and I'll send you my free easy habit guide. The third thing that I had to quit piggybacks off of that, and that is waiting till January or New Year's to set new goals. Instead, I start thinking about it now. And December is the perfect time to start practicing some of those new habits that you really want to dial in next year. Figure out which ones you really want to lean into and which ones maybe need to be put on the back burner. This also helps you stay more on track when you have that goal already set. So think about it. What kind of person do you want to become in 2025? Start thinking about the habits that that kind of person easily does and take baby steps to start creating them. The fourth thing I had to quit doing was trying to please everyone. It's a losing battle and it just left me exhausted. Now I say no to the things that I just don't want to put that effort into. And you know what? People accept that because they're still coming to my house on Christmas Day and we're enjoying a big family get together. So it's okay if the menu changes a little bit or we do gifts a little bit different. They've learned to evolve with us, and being able to say no to the things that no longer serve me is so empowering. And I think us midlife women, it's about time we do it. The fifth thing I had to quit doing was adding too much to the calendar. It's so easy to say yes to all the holiday get-togethers and activities, but in the phase of life I'm in now, I like some slow down time. A dear friend gave me this poem framed in a little Christmas frame that I'm going to read to you that I think really captures how if we can just learn to be a little less busy, it allows room for that joyful reason for the season. If as Herod we fill our lives with things and again with things, if we consider ourselves so unimportant that we must fill every moment of our lives with action, when will we have time to make the long, slow journey across the desert as did the Magi, or sit and watch the stars as did the shepherds, or brood over the coming of the child as did Mary? For each one of us there is a desert to travel, a star to discover, and a being within ourselves to bring life. The author's unknown, but I just think that captures it, allowing for more stillness. I love sitting in the morning drinking my coffee and just looking at the lit up Christmas tree. I like reading my Bible and going through the Christmas story. I like some of that slow time to just fully embrace what the reason of the season is. So what could you let go of on your calendar to give you more space? Now, number 6, you probably all will agree with me. I quit making everything from scratch. I look for things that are ready-made that are going to make some of those Christmas meals a little easier. Now, it's a little extra challenging because my husband and 2 of my daughters are celiac, and the other daughter and I are gluten-free. So there's not as many prepped items, but where I can order food or have some of the steps already done, I'm taking the cheat code on it. I'm making it easier on myself for those special meals. I don't want to be stuck in the kitchen. I want to be part of the festivities, enjoying all the get-togethers and laughter with my family. And number 7 thing I had to quit was holding on to all of the holiday decorations. A couple of years ago, as I was putting the Christmas decorations up, I really evaluated what was left in the box that I didn't put out. Did I really still need it? I had forgotten about it, and this year when I got out the boxes of Christmas decorations, I used everything in it. Decluttering your holiday stash makes room for the things that you truly love. This next thing I quit has taken some time. As I told you, my birthday's in December. My parents were really good about trying to keep the 2 holidays separate. So we didn't decorate till after my birthday, and it's in early December. And then as I was an adult, we started decorating right after Thanksgiving. But I think it was last year I started not waiting till Thanksgiving to decorate. I decorate in November because it's so many different decorations. I want to enjoy it for longer than 1 month. I know some people think that that's skipping Thanksgiving, but I'm enjoying my Christmas decorations for 2 months instead of just 1. And I quit worrying about the right time to decorate. And maybe you're on the flip side and don't want to decorate much at all. That's okay too. Find what works for you. Number 9 was an easy thing to let go of. Remember back in the 90s, early 2000s, everyone was sending the cute little Christmas card and the Christmas letter. And that fell on my shoulders. Oh, it was such a beating to get that perfect picture where everyone's looking at the camera and smiling ahead of the time, and then stuffing all the envelopes, getting all the addresses, and then you realize the cost of the cards and the postage and just the time. I easily let go of this, and I've never looked back since. Now with social media, we don't need those yearly updates because we're seeing it in real time. I have let go of the guilt and have stopped doing these Christmas cards. Curious, do you still send them? And the last thing I quit might seem a little strange, knowing that I love and fully enjoy my Christmas decorations, but I start taking them down sometimes Christmas night or sometimes the day after Christmas. I like that transition period to the New Year's. It's the perfect time to get my house back into order, get it clean from all the holidays. I like to start early and end early. Letting go of what wasn't working for me brought me more joy and peace to my holidays than I ever expected. Ready for more tips like this? Be sure to watch my original 10 Things I Quit After 50. It's packed with more ways to simplify and thrive in midlife.